Jake Gyllenhaal. Illegally talented, illegally handsome, and definitely illegally unmarried.
Hey guys.
This man has been fairly considered one of the most eligible bachelors in the world of celebrities. Unlike the majority of his fellow actors, by the age of 39, the Brokeback Mountain star has never been married and doesn't have children. What could be the reason behind it? Is it the relationships with the women in his family that stop him from getting into a commitment? Or is it the loss of his close friend that has left a mark on his romantic life? And maybe, after all, the Hollywood A-lister has finally found the woman he is ready to settle down with. Today, we take a look at a rather unusual and at some point even secretive romantic life of actor Jake Gyllenhaal. But before we continue, subscribe to Rumor Juice YouTube channel. We have a lot of interesting stories you have never heard before.
What do you wear to bed?
Nothing.
We wouldn't dare to start the story of Jake Gyllenhaal's love life without mentioning his mother, Naomi Foner Gyllenhaal. The Hollywood star has always been proudly talking about his relationship with his mom, who definitely holds the place of the most important woman in his life. The actor revealed in his famous interview with Ellen DeGeneres that he always brings his dates to his mother.
Well, one thing I always do is I always bring my dates to my mother's house for the first date.
The audience reacted to his words with a burst of laughter, and Jake was kind of confused to hear that because he was actually not joking. Even more than that, while many would find the idea of an arranged marriage outdated and even offensive, Jake agrees with his mother that arranged marriages might work.
But what if she met someone someplace else and she said, I met someone and you should meet this person?
Absolutely, I would trust my
You'd
mother.
be open to that.
Absolutely.
Right.
Even though Gyllenhaal's mom has never set him up with anyone, at least so far, Jake would never hesitate to meet a person if his mom thought they would be good for each other. It would also be fair to say that Gyllenhaal has been raised in kind of an old-fashioned way. My mom raised us on classic movies and a lot of musical theater. I remember Guys and Dolls and seeing Angels in America, the original show, when I was 13. I was mesmerized. There is not only one woman whose approval is important for Gyllenhaal, but two of them. The latter one is Jake's older sister, also a Hollywood actress, Maggie. Jake told The Guardian in his 2011 interview, "Women have to pass her test. That's very hard for girlfriends, but I love that about Maggie."
And they are both incredible, and she is, I'm biased, but I'm kind of not because I'm her little brother, so I gotta be tough.
Yeah.
She's pretty extraordinary.
She's fantastic. Aw, you're a good brother.
Singer and songwriter Taylor Swift, who is famous for channeling her breakup pain into music, apparently didn't pass the mom and sister test. Having dated Taylor for several months, Gyllenhaal ended their relationship. Swift was reportedly so upset that she wrote a song, All Too Well, that everyone agrees is about Gyllenhaal. Without saying his name, she described the one who broke her heart as a little kid with glasses and mentioned his mother, quote, telling stories about you on the T-ball team. Another line is about Taylor who, quote, left my scarf there at your sister's house.
I feel like you need to look for the scarf.
Is it possible?
Yeah.
Swifties still can't forgive Jake for breaking the heart of their pop idol and go in his comment section from time to time asking him to return Taylor's scarf to her. But there's also a good side of the story for Swift. All Too Well has become the most critically acclaimed song in her discography. It looks like there was nothing more important than family for Jake Gyllenhaal, and that family also included Heath Ledger. Gyllenhaal and Ledger starred together in the Oscar-nominated Brokeback Mountain back in 2005 along with Heath's then-partner Michelle Williams. Williams was pregnant at the time with Matilda, and Jake would later become the girl's godfather. When Heath tragically died in 2008, Jake stepped in to help Michelle care for little Matilda. Gyllenhaal was never the same after his friend's death, which he revealed years and years later. It affected me in ways I can't necessarily put in words or even would want to talk about publicly. In terms of professionally, I think I was at an age where mortality was not always clear to me. Despite going through his personal crisis at that time, Jake didn't allow himself to indulge into his own sorrow, as Michelle and his little goddaughter needed his support.
I think, Heath meant a lot to a lot of people, the people who are fans and the people who saw his work and were moved by his work and the people who knew him as a person. And, he's just an incredible force and is still missed.
It was apparently then when he also realized what a blessing it is to be a parent. The actor has at least on 2 occasions mentioned that he wants a family of his own and kids of his own. In 2019, speaking about his Broadway role on a show about family relationships and his character who was just about to become a father, Jake confessed, "I do hope to be a father one day." And 2 years before that, he said in another interview, "I want to continue becoming more of an adult than I already am, hopefully with a family of my own." Gyllenhaal has undergone a good daddy-like practice not only as a godfather, but also as an uncle to his 2 nieces. And if that's not enough, he is a great cook, which goes without saying among everyone who knows Jake. According to Maggie, her brother has a gift for cooking. His famous friend Ryan Reynolds confirms, "My wife is very good at cooking, and Jake might just be a little bit better. He can throw down. It gets very competitive." What surprises many is that being so passionate about the idea of parenting, the 39-year-old has never been married.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm being crazy when I say this, but who doesn't struggle with intimacy in one way or another at different times?
The list of Jake's dates includes Kirsten Dunst, Natalie Portman, Reese Witherspoon, and Anna Kendrick. He has dated so many incredibly talented and gorgeous women, with none of whom he has settled down. Even though none of these romances lasted really long, Gyllenhaal speaks about all of his ex-girlfriends with great admiration and respect. For example, that's how he gushed about Witherspoon in his 2016 interview, years after their split. "She is, as I would say about most of the women who I'm close friends with or had relationships in my life, one of the smartest, strongest people I've ever met. But for some mysterious reason, that guy is still single." Not surprisingly, he keeps hitting numerous lists of the hottest celebrity bachelors in the world. The Donnie Darko star has been among the most eligible single men in Hollywood for years by now. In addition to that, Jake has gained recognition as a man who is not afraid to connect with his feelings and emotions. Unlike many men of his status and exposure, Jake has learned to embrace his vulnerability. In a world where men are often pressured into searching for what masculinity is, Jake also used to run away from his sensitive side. "At this point in my life, my own vulnerability and sensitivity are things that I no longer feel like I need to make excuses for." He has actually been a compassionate and sentimental person since childhood. Jewish on his mother's side, Jake had a bar mitzvah when he turned 13. He decided to hold a party at a homeless shelter to do something good for the community. Years are passing by, and Gyllenhaal remains that caring guy who wants to make the world a better place. To promote climate change awareness, to support forest programs, and of course that's not the full list. In the past couple of years, Gyllenhaal has been reportedly dating French model Jean Cadieux. In fact, he's been so low-key on the romance front that you'd be forgiven for assuming he was single. Despite all the efforts to get some information about Jake's partner, Jake's fans still don't know much about Cadieux, since she has not been flashing either her romantic or her regular daily life. However, numerous media keep claiming that Jake is, quote, getting serious with his girlfriend of 2 years. The actor is said to have introduced her to his parents back in 2019. Reports say Jake's mom liked Jean. Is it really getting more serious now than it was before? We believe so. It is only recently that Jake has made a comment about his romantic life, apparently explaining why he has never been married before. "That's the struggle all the time. I'm interested in my life, even more so than my work. I've reached a point in my career where I feel hungry in a different way. I've seen how much of my life I've neglected as a result of being committed to that work and that idea." It would be fair to say that sacrificing his personal life for the sake of his career has yielded results, and Gyllenhaal is one of the most sought-after actors in Hollywood. He has been working actively since 2001. While he doesn't seem to have any intention to stop at this point, we do hope Gyllenhaal is ready to dedicate more time to his personal happiness.
Something in the light, something in the sky, in the grass up behind the tree.
Look at all the things you gave to me.
Things I haven't looked at till now, flower on your hat and your smile.
I would be so
color of your hair. You're amazing.
That's all for today. Thanks for watching. As always, we are eager to see your opinion in the comment section below, and do tell us which topic we should cover next. Behind the scenes dramas of your favorite shows? Why did this seemingly perfect couple break up? How come this Hollywood hottie is still alone? Who holds the title of the most fan-friendly celebrity? Make your voice heard, and we at Rumor Juice will make sure you are never bored. Subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to tell your friends how cool we are.